Welcome to another edition of the E-Spot with Camille. The E-Spot is your location for the latest in entertainment, beauty, and design from the people who make it. Thanks for joining.
She never be pretending, nothing that's real. She gon' tell you what she bought it, cause she know you can't afford it. Know you can get it, looking exquisite, no competition, stay on the pivot. Who be watching, they be plotting. She's so motherfucking independent.
So I have a question for you. So tell me about the conference. What are you hoping that people will gain from this?
I'm hoping that they will gain the knowledge of what to do when they leave this building. I hope that they will take that information and put it to use. Because what's the use of knowing that you have an inheritance of $1 million, but you don't know the bank account number?
Hello.
And then if you don't walk into the bank and if you don't give them the ticket, you know what I'm saying? You'll be this millionaire that you never get to experience what that really means to you. So I'm hoping that these $1 million nuggets that are going to be given out today are actually going to be put to use.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you went to a conference yourself at something like this, and the next year you were paneling. What do you think made that transition, where you went from being an audience member to being a performer?
I think I took the information very seriously. I listened. I asked questions. I became bold in like, you know what, I'm about to try this
Here
thing.
you go.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go in my auditions and I'm going to have, you know, a this belongs to me attitude. I'm not going to be afraid, and I'm not going to be afraid to fail. I think that stops a lot of people in the beginning, because you're like, well, you know, they might think I'm crazy. I want to think you're crazy. Actually, everyone usually in this industry got a little bit of craziness attached to
So how do you overcome that as far as your fear and the feeling a little crazy? How do you make yourself push through that?
I push through that because I pray. Okay. I think prayer and my grounding in the Holy Spirit lets me know that I'm unstoppable. Like, I'm a king's kid. All of this is mine anyway.
That.
And so
when you say you're God's child.
Yes, I'm God's daughter. If you look on my Instagram, follow me at Brely Evans. It says God's daughter. And I really take that like I'm his, like, what? It's my daddy. Like, you know what I mean? So of course I'm going to be able to have all of this. So even if you don't get the role that you went in for that day, leave an impression so that they remember you, like, that girl, this might not be the role for her, but I'm going to work with her. And so it's always a positive. You're failing forward always. Okay. And so I want them to get that today.
That's awesome. Now I have another question for you. So I watched your demo tape.
Yes.
And I love that you had all those different multiple streams of income that you mentioned. And so out of all of that, like, how did you go from singing to acting and also real estate?
I never got into
And I was also going to mention your Chopra and Beyonce, because I was dying laughing.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
yeah.
So that's one of those moments. My girlfriends said, Jeanette Jenkins, I love you, girl. She's like, honey, you would be famous.
Workout lady?
The workout lady. Yes, all my friends are famous. Isn't it amazing?
Of course.
So
Look
she goes, you would be famous if people knew you were alive. And, you know,
Don't be the best kept secret.
That's it. And so we got on YouTube. We got a cameraman, and my one friend wanted to be a hairstylist, one friend a makeup artist, and we all put our talents together. I came up with the Brely show, so you see those skits, and it was those skits. They didn't go viral. And see, that's the thing. Today you would think, oh, it has to go viral to be important. That's not true. The Right 100 saw mine. Queen Latifah and they were in their trailers looking at my YouTube when Senna Hammery walks in, the director. Who's that young lady?
Senna I worked with her
Yes,
before.
on Empire. She directs Empire. She goes, who's that?
Something New. I worked with her on Something
She's
New.
amazing. She did that movie. She goes, I have something for her in this movie. That's how I got Just Right. No audition.
See?
Do not believe the hype. You don't need an agent. You don't need there are things that people say you have to have, and eventually you'll get those things. I didn't have an agent, nor did I have a manager, nor did I have any acting training skills.
There you
but
go.
I had this want, this desire, and there it is. I put myself out there. She saw it. They called me in. I went and did the movie, and my first movie with Queen Latifah. Who does that?
You do. Clearly, God's daughter does.
But now I want the other God's daughters and the other God's sons to walk in this thing. It's time to change this industry. We can do it one movie at a time. Let's go.
I love you. It's so nice meeting you. Thank you for stopping. And this is NCCU TV, which is Eagle Pride.
Hey, Eagle Pride.
There we go.
Yes.
Thank you so much for meeting with us and coming down to North Carolina.
I love this place. I'll be back here. Actually, I have another tour that's going on. It's a more intimate tour. It's called the Mind, Body, and Soul Food Tour. tour. Please go on my Instagram, click the link, get your ticket. We'll be here at the end of July. We're trying to help people get up close and personal to really experiencing their dreams on every level of your life. Your mind must be intact, your body, your soul, your food even is important to getting to your goals.
And you got to listen to the NAACP award winner.
Oh yeah, and then that's me.
Congratulations.
Can you believe it? So I was, I was
can.
celebrating my new show. It's called Ambitions, and we were celebrating the release of it. And I get a phone call like, "Oh my God, you just won an NAACP Theater Award, huh? For Best Supporting Actress." I was like, "Okay, it's just it's happening." But I'm not going alone. I'm bringing all of you guys with me.
Hey, I'll give you my card afterwards.
Yes, please.
So nice meeting you. Have a wonderful time today.
Give more of myself into whatever it was that I was doing, and the modeling was great. It gave me a great platform to kind of make that adjustment. But I felt like,
but many don't make it from modeling to acting.
That's right. And I think that just working hard, and there's a lot of auditions and castings and a lot of things that you go to that people say no, you're not right for, but you just got to keep being persevering, keep plugging away, and kind of conquering that dream. Keep that dream right there on a vision board, and say, okay, this is what I'm after. But yeah, it's been a blessing. Never thought modeling I'd be here today from doing some photo shoots. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
so I have a question. Yeah. With the nose, how do you handle that?
You just block it out. I handled it by picking up hobbies. So I learned how to ride motorcycles. I got my pilot's license.
That's dangerous as a model and actress, though.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. But if you know what you're doing, I mean, the motorcycling. Yeah, I kind of keep that. I ride around the. I don't ride on the 405 in California.
That would be a bad idea.
Yeah, it's all. Hours. Yeah, exactly. I kind of just take the coast and go with some buddies. But I knew for myself I had to keep busy. I couldn't sit there and just dwell on, I worked so hard for that audition. I prepared for it. I studied. I coached, and you look forward to the next one. And you do the same thing. And once you start getting some yeses, then you hold those close to you, and you keep progressing. Move on from there.
So what is your hopes for the next level? What is your goal? What would be your ideal role?
I really would love to start getting into some action films. So I've got my team kind of getting some scripts together and stuff that are kind of coming across. Yeah.
So Cruise, take over Mission Impossible.
That would be nice. That would be
007.
Those would be some hard shoes to fill. But that's definitely a big goal of mine. So I know that the whole team is kind of working towards that and making that switch to do some of those roles. I think it would just be fun. You know, I've got a lot of different things that I'm interested in. So kind of coming up with that one particular thing that they can focus on has been a challenge for me. But I realize you just got to start with one thing, and then you go from there.
I'll say one last parting thought. Yeah. What would you suggest for people who are getting into the industry, how they should get started? Or
work hard, persevere. Don't remember what your dream is and what your goal is, and life's too short not to be happy. So when you start getting frustrated, then that means the balance is a little bit off. So either pick up a hobby, fulfill yourself with things that you love, or spend time with friends and family. I mean, those are things that have worked for me. And just continually work on your craft, try to be the best possible you that you can be, and I think that's the number one thing that I'd have to, my piece of advice there.
Well, great. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful time inside of there.
Thank you so much.
Dropping
Great
some nuggets on these kids.
That's right. Try my best.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Eagle Pride.
What is this?
Yeah, Eagle Pride. Thank you.
Thank you. This one here?
Well, we're gonna be doing part 2.
I know. Well, this time I won't be an extra, hopefully.
Hopefully, you can be my wife. No.
See, you got it on camera, right?
Oh shit, you already married. Oh shit, don't get that on. Don't get that on camera.
Married.
Okay, good.
Playing your wife.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a question for you. So you're a local boy who came back to bring. Well, let me start all over. Sorry, shouldn't call you a boy.
No, that's okay. I don't know.
All right. So you're a local
boy
coming back to North Carolina and filming here. What has been your motivation?
My motivation has been that when I travel around the country, I see so many talented people, and who just don't have the slightest clue how to get ahead. And I don't expect people to do what I did, to jump on a bus. Like I jumped on a bus, made 3 bologna sandwiches.
Oh wow!
And when I got to California, I had $2. I ended up living in the streets, eating out of the trash, the whole 9 yards. I don't expect people to do that, but when I go around the country, I can see so many talented people, and they have no clue how to get started. My motivation was, a lot of people say, give money, give money. These people don't want money. A lot of people don't want money. They just want a hand up, not a hand out. So I figured if we can go back and show people how to get ahead, because you can be the best writer, producer, director in the entire world, but if you don't know the business of Hollywood, you're going to be stuck in these little towns doing that, being the best of that.
Right.
So my motivation was to help people get to where they want to be. That's it. Because I know they can't all jump on a bus, and I don't want them to go through what I went through. So that's been my motivation.
Okay, great. Now, so what do you think will be the best thing that people will learn from you today? Like as far as learning how to develop character?
I think that for me, what they will learn is what not to do.
Okay.
A lot of people want to learn.
Words not to do that.
Absolutely. There you go. Exactly. Everybody wants to learn what to do, but you need to learn what not to do.
Right.
Because you're going to spend your wheels. If you're a writer, I spent so much money paying the wrong person to do the wrong things because I didn't know, or paying so much money, different monies, all these different photographers being told something because I didn't know. We're going to give you little bitty secrets that's going to save you money, save you time, and it's going to save you from sending your projects to the wrong person who's not even going to be able to do anything in the first place.
Right.
So that's pretty much it.
Well, I am so grateful for your time, and remember me because you said you're going to put me in
I
Joanna
will.
Man.
I am.
Joanna
I
Man.
am. As soon as you
I
get
was an
divorced.
extra in the first one.
No, she wasn't.
Yes,
she was
I was.
brilliant.
When you lost your part, when you
she
lost
was
your
brilliant.
NDA.
Yes.
I was there.
She was brilliant. All right.
Well, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
God bless you.
And I'm glad you came to North Carolina. Oh, thank you. You got that on camera, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Dude, you're Camille Cower. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
All right, so
This side?
we're with
Good?
NCU TV. Yes, you're good. Just come up a little bit more. I have my own little mark
that.
there.
You got the mark right there.
Yeah. No. All right. So Tyler, tell me, how excited are you about being here and doing this event and being able to be on the panel and teach young kids the next step?
Very excited because, when I was coming up, it was really just the only avenue that I kind of had was, just go make it as a pro ball player, right? So that's why I had a, football background. That's what I wanted to do. I think if I had an opportunity like this, where I could get some insight on how to go about it, maybe I would have pursued it a little bit earlier. So I'm excited to be a part of that now.
Now, how did you make that transition from going from an athlete to an actor? A lot of times people want to do that, but they don't actually get 6 seasons on a show like you have.
Yeah. Mine was a non-traditional way. So I got discovered in the gym, and all that was an audition. I ended up booking it, and it wasn't anything big that you'll probably ever see. It'll never come out.
Oh no, I'm gonna find it on YouTube. Go ahead.
No, matter of fact, cancel that. Edit that out. But that's where I developed a hunger for it. I liked the process. That's when I put myself in the class and got headshots, did the whole 9. And a few years after that, I got an audition for the Have and Have-Nots. So even to get to this point was, even though there was some luck involved, being discovered in the gym, there was a lot of hard work behind it.
Now, so I see that you're definitely a workout kind of person. So how do you maintain that? Because sometimes they expect for you to be very thin, and you're not. So how does that work as far as body positivity and so on for yourself?
I'm shooting a show right now called P-Valley that's coming out on Stars.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, February, top of next year.
Yeah.
So I put on a few pounds because I'm playing a dude that's he's a little bit gnarly. He's got to be jacked up. But normally, there are things where I'll come up in weight, things where I'll go down.
So are you playing a bouncer? Because it's about strippers, right?
Yeah. So he's actually I'm a stripper. No, I'm just kidding.
I was hoping that was the case. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just playing. No, it's a great story. It's a real deep story brought to you by Katori Hall. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But yeah, the player I play Diamond. He's ex-military.
Okay.
He's head of security now.
Okay.
So and he's he gets,
to be buff for
gets his
that.
hands dirty a little bit. But anyway, it's just like being an athlete. Sometimes the physicality is a part of the job.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us. We're NCCTV. Eagle Pride.
Eagle Pride. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure was mine.
Okay, I'm here with Mr. Sean, and we loved you in quad, and our school is actually an HBCU, so it was very important for you to portray an HBCU. Now, tell me, what is your next goal? What do you want to do next? What kind of roles?
I'm busy nonstop. What do I want to do next? I just want to create. You know, it's not. I don't have a specific role. I have a film coming out. I mentioned it's called Ad Astra. Myself and Brad Pitt. We play astronauts. You know. So, and then also this season I'm doing the new the new season 4 for Greenleaf. I'm a new character in that, and you know, I have I have a host of other shows that I work on.
Have you ever wanted to do a biopic? Is there anyone that, like, as far as someone that inspired you, that you would one day would like to portray? You know, you just have such that image of you. Like, I could just see you playing. Like,
Who do you see?
I could see you playing Martin Luther King. I could see you playing Malcolm X. Like anyone, like anybody that was part of SNCC.
Watching, they be plotting, she so motherfucking independent. Mama be big, got on her grind, she had to get out her mama house. Daddy be tripping, now she be whipping, ain't no more.